All right, you're listening to Smooth 98.1 Love Music, Love Life on Tuesday morning. Yes, it is 18 minutes past 8 a.m. And it's that time to get into the world of entertainment, looking at all the gist that's making round. Of course, it's movies, it's music, it's just what's going on with your faves here and there. What are they up to? And of course, there's lots of banter that flows all around on the grapevine. Ayokunmi here. Welcome along to the ride with us. Hey, we'd love to get your thoughts in as always. So please do send those messages in to us on WhatsApp on 0809 444 0981 0809 444 0981. That is the WhatsApp number. We're also streaming on YouTube, so you can catch the live stream. Find us at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Alrighty, joining me this morning to give his unique perspective on the stories, as well as, of course, shake the tables, share the banter around. Hey, I love it when he does that. Irabor Okosun is in with me this morning. Very good morning to you, my chief, Irabor.
My fellow chief, good morning. How's everything?
Very well, thank you. I mean, hey, can't complain. We're alive, we're well, we're kicking along and having a great time, being on the radio this morning, doing what we enjoy doing, talking about the entertainment sector and everything within that space. I'm looking forward to us diving into some of these stories. Some I'm particularly looking forward to getting your thoughts on, but we'll get there eventually. Let's start small. You start small and you build all the way up. Let's talk about Wizkid because finally, after so much anticipation, Morayo has been released. It's supposed it's a heartfelt tribute to his late mother. It's a 16-track album. It showcases an array of stellar collaborations. I mean, Brent Fayez is on that, Ashake as well. Jasmine Sullivan is on it. Adais Cardo, Tia Kola are there as well. Before the album actually dropped, two singles were released. Piece of My Heart, that's when I had Brent Fayez on, and Kese also. That one has been all over the place. People are really feeling that particular song. And both of those tracks actually broke Spotify Nigeria streaming records for the highest opening day streams. Kese garnered an astounding 1.5 million streams on its debut, surpassing the 1.016 million streams achieved by Piece of My Heart, both of them in the millions. Now, with these hits, Wizkid dominates the top four spots on the list of songs with the biggest first day streams on Spotify Nigeria, probably further cementing his legacy as an icon when it comes to doing Afro beats and music in general. Now, Irabor, I don't know if you've listened to the album. I'm sure you've seen reviews here and there. Even Daniel Rega has had his thoughts as per the usual, talking about the album and so on. But hey, what are your thoughts on what Wizkid has done on this one?
Um, First of all, I haven't listened to the album at all, and it's deliberate because I have an
Really?
event. Yeah, yeah, very deliberate. I have an event on Saturday that I've been planning since, so that has taken my time. I want to review it critically. I don't want any
Mm.
emotion. I don't want to, infiltrate my objectivity in any way. So I haven't listened or heard any song on purpose. If any song comes on radio, I just switch it off. Now,
It's that
yeah,
deep.
it's that deep because the ongoing whiskey this, Davido that, this one this, that, whatever the case. Now, I want to be able to defend it wholeheartedly, whether good or bad. I'm
Okay.
just judging the art, not the person. So I try to compartmentalize. If you're going to mention the R. Kelly situation or any other situation, PDD situation or whatever, like I try to compartmentalize at the end of the day. So I haven't done anything with this album yet, but I think the Wizkid FC guys will come for you because he said he wanted to start small, then go big. So I think maybe they'll come for you and be like, so you're saying that Wizkid is small,
Well,
but then
well,
again, that's their
context is
makeup.
always key. They should come.
Yeah, so that's their makeup. They don't have context at all. They just run with it. They just be like, hey, he said small. Bam. Oh, yeah. Do you understand? But anyway, I'm happy that Wizkid is still able to do numbers till today. I mean, he said he was going to take a hiatus at a point. I don't know. We said it was a bad move because at this moment, there are a lot of high flyers. And yes, he has solidified himself, but I don't think he has really, 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 rooted himself to the point where it's a Rihanna situation, but again, I may be wrong. So I feel he still needs to like give us 2 more albums, and maybe I can call it quits after that. Like 2 more solid albums, or not, mediocre albums that the fame can carry at the end of the day. Like a Kanye, like the last 2, 3, 4 Kanye albums. I don't know if out of the 4 that Kanye has dropped in the last 4, 5 times, at least 2, 3 are not it. So it's just the fame that is carrying it. But I'm happy that he's still doing numbers still today. People are still looking to feature. It's still Wizkid at the end of the day. So when I finish listening to it track by track, I will come back on the grapevine, whether it is a show where we're talking about Wizkid or not.
All right. Okay, Rebel. But you actually mentioned that Wizkid is still doing numbers. I mean, which is true. But the fact is, whatever it is that he does, he will always do numbers. And does that always translate to, okay, doing numbers? Does that always translate to, oh, it is really good stuff being put out there? Because we seem to put a lot of, should I say, faith, and of course, put numbers in quotes on a high pedestal in this day and age. As long as it's doing numbers, nothing else really seems to matter. But does numbers always equate to, oh, this person has done something that is absolutely top level, legendary stuff? Is it always that? Is that always the case?
Yeah, it is the case. I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, I have so many examples I can, because I'm in marketing comms, I can understand where people would, judge certain things because of numbers, because you need reach. Oh, I have XYZ million followers. I have XYZ thousand this. Like, so, I mean, it's numbers that will speak for you, because everybody wants to associate with that reach. But now, if you now want to go technical and understand, okay, if somebody has maybe 500,000 followers, but they have engagement that is up to 70% compared to somebody who has 10 million followers, and maybe their engagement is like 1%. But that number game is very important. It's like saying, love your wife, but even if you don't have money, you'd still be able to sort of lie. The advice is get it all. Try as much as possible to get it all. The only thing you can't control is how you were born, in the sense physically. You understand? If somebody ends up being 5'6", you're 5'6". I mean, you can't. I would advise not to do any surgery that would alter your height. But if you're overweight, I mean, try and lose weight. Don't do body positivity, because you have reduced your chances of getting what you need to get. Sure, you understand? So numbers are very, very important. Please, I'm not even going to downplay it. You get my point. But what I would always say and also say is that you need to keep nurturing your talent. You need to keep nurturing your talent.
That is something very important. Are you there, Rebel? Looks like the gremlins have gotten into Irabor's connection here. I hope he comes back on pretty soon. But hey, like he was saying, you need to nurture your talents. There is no two ways about it. I mean, there is no reason for one to feel like, okay, I have talent and then that is it. I mean, this takes me back to the conversation we're having on the locker room with Tega, talking about Messi and Ronaldo, where people say that, oh, Ronaldo don't have any innate or natural talent, as it were. And that was an argument on social media. Yes, hard work is important, but I mean, hard work without having any of the talent is a waste of time at the end of the day. You can do all the hard work. You can wake up at 3 a.m., go for training, jog around the stadium a million times. But if there is no talent to work with, the results, yes, there will be some results, but if, as they say, if he didn't day at the end of the day. Man, I need to write that down. Bars, those are actually very, very wild bars. But talent, very, very important. And you cannot deny that Wizkid has paid his dues. He has been on the scene for well over a decade. He has been doing the numbers. And I think at this point in time, no matter what he does, he will always get the numbers because he has paid his dues. Like I said, he has earned the right to do the numbers. Of course, where Wizkid FC are concerned and all that. Irabor, welcome back.
Yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, he deserves what he's getting. He definitely would do the numbers. Numbers are very important. Do not even get that twisted, but also have substance to go along with it. Then have a great attitude, because a lot of people are very talented, but they don't just break beyond a certain threshold just because of attitude. And even if you see some people that have bad attitude and are succeeding, there is always something. So don't really just take everything at face value. Okay? Very, very careful at the end of the day.
Very, very careful at the end of the day. Pastor Irabor, preach it, sir. Preach it.
This is not
very, very
pastoral.
important.
This is just normal human beings.
All right. Adidike on WhatsApp says, Irabor, please pay these gremlins now so they can leave your shirts. Be cool. That's in relation to your network doing sege, as it were. Linda from Aja says, the Gremlins and Wizkid FC have come for Irabor's network. Please, emissary, come to Irabor's rest.
Voila. You know, this network thing is that underground cable. Oh. I don't know that it's my line, not that underground cable thing that happened last year. Was it last year? Yeah. I don't know. It's just not been the same. I don't know why. It's not my phone. It's not, I don't know. It's not, I don't know.
I wonder what could be going on there. But anyways, the important thing is that you are here with us right now. We can work with that. The fact that you are here and we can hear you, can hear us clearly. We're good with that. Let's take a quick break. When we come back in, we'll continue on the grapevine. We'll talk about basketball. Fina has also been in the news, and also very, very importantly, Jumoke Orishaguna. She is in the news. If you remember her, she was the Lagos bread seller who rose to fame in 2016. Yes, 2016. She was all over the news then. She's in the news once again. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more on the grapevine on the other side, right here on the Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. These network issues, God will help us.
Guy, I don't even receive what do you call it? WhatsApp calls anymore. I just cut it, then call mobile.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it happens with all networks you're connected to. Mobile network, WhatsApp, Wi-Fi, same thing.
Like, no. Why? So I use MTN. That's MTN data. You understand? Okay. And it's great. Like, don't get me wrong. When it is not interrupted, like what happens when I'm on the show, it is great. Like, there's no issue at all. Now it just goes off. So I went to a phone repairer. He said he doesn't think anything wrong with the phone. I went to MTN. They say my line is fine. It's okay. So I don't know what happened. I guess I would just have to get a new phone, a new line, and see what's up, or try another service provider on my old phone or another new phone. I don't know, whatever.
You get a new phone now. Whoa.
Yeah, they talk. So I mean, I can't just. So if you just walk up to go and buy a new phone now, it's like,
if you're talking like buying a good, correct phone that you're like, yes, this one stand well. You're talking 400, 500 and up.
Almost a million.
Hey, goodness gracious. If you're just tuning in, you are in the grapevine with us on the Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. Your love music, love life, and of course, a love gist and entertainment station as well. 31 minutes past 8 a.m. And it is now 32 minutes past 8 a.m. The clock has done its thing, flipped over on a Tuesday. Welcome along to the ride. Ayokunmi here. Alongside me is Irabor Okosun, and we are talking about what's going on in the entertainment scene and spitting all the tea, getting all the gist to find out what's going on with your faves, my faves, music, movies, and so on and so forth. And we also love it when you join us on the show. So please do send those messages in to us. Get your thoughts in as well. Get your perspective. We love to hear different schools of thought. So you can do that by sending those messages in on WhatsApp on 0809 444 0981. 0809 444 0981. Also join us on YouTube. We're streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. All right, Irabor, let's talk about Jumoke. I saw the story over the weekend and I said, I'm going to have to talk about this on the grapevine because truth be told, I hadn't heard her name in quite a while. But for those who don't remember, the backstory here, after years of fading into obscurity, Olajumoke Orishagbona, the Lagos bread seller who rose to fame in 2016 after being discovered by renowned photographer T.Y. Bello, is making a remarkable comeback. Now, this time as a broadcaster. Interesting stuff. Now, popularly known as Jumoke Unibredi, that's Jumoke the bread seller, for those who don't speak Yoruba. She captured national attention when T.Y. Bello spotted her during a photo shoot while she was selling bread on the streets of Lagos and saw her potential as a model. Now, her story of rising from grass to grace became a media sensation, featuring her on magazine covers and inspiring countless Nigerians. But hey, the journey took a downward turn. I think about 4 years ago or thereabouts. She lost fame, wealth, public relevance after falling victim to fraud allegedly orchestrated by her former manager. She said she was deceived by her manager, who siphoned money made through endorsement deals and other business engagements. Now she's making a comeback here, but Irabor, it's interesting because we've heard so many stories of rise and falls. Craig David comes to mind in the song Craig David. And it is very instructive for anyone who is in the show business space that it's not just about, oh, I have the talents to sing, I have the talent to act, I can model, I can do this, I can do that. But all the other appendages that are attached in terms of having the right team, in terms of having the right knowledge as well, because you can't just, think that, okay, because you know how to do this thing, you're making the money. But when the money comes in, where is it going to? What are those who are around you doing with it? Are you even aware of what's happening? I mean, this is showbiz. It's cutthroat if you don't do the right things.
Yeah, certainly. We're just talking earlier now about Wizkid and substance, attitude, and all that.
Mm.
If you do not take care, whether you're an ex-BB Niger housemate or you're a talented singer or actor or something, if you don't understand the business, I keep talking about it. You have to understand the business. I would say don't even venture into a business, even if you're so talented and great at it, if you don't know or you don't see the value or viability in it. You should only go and learn and execute business where you see there is value. It's not about passion only. So now in this case, I don't understand the structure as to Jumoke and T.Y. Bello, and because she discovered her, if she was involved deeply, how did the manager now get to the point of doing what the manager did? Were there, repercussions? Were lawyers called? Like you have so many questions. How was she even making money? How popular was she that she was getting endorsements? What kind of endorsements? How much was it? Like there's so many questions. I don't like taking these things at face value. Now I also read that she was abused in a marriage. She just went through an ordeal. Now she's having a comeback. This comeback that she's coming back, what is the structure like right now? Who is taking care of her affairs? I also have this question. Why do you even necessarily need managers if you really think about it? It depends on your level, Abby. Elvis had one. See what happened. Whitney, the same thing. A lot of people in the music industry abroad, TLC, a lot of them, they were in deals that eventually didn't pay them. So is it that people are oblivious to the fact that, because we have references, we have history,
Right.
especially those developed world, like, is it that people just don't pay attention to, okay, let me even go and see how the former person did it so that I can correct myself? 50 Cent doesn't have a manager because it's like, why are you collecting money off of my hustle? And what are you doing? You're managing me. Okay. Again, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be managers. There's some people who even have like a full-on staff and they're not even in politics. They're not even having any serious, like they don't have any serious life. Like my friend was telling me about her neighbor who has 2 drivers, 3 chefs, 4 house helps. I'm like, and the person has only 1 child. I'm like, huh?
What's going on?
You understand? So even if it's an exaggeration, in that situation, you try to get the gist. Now with Jumoke's situation, I hope that this resurgence has structure because it's still going to go back to that same scenario. And when I keep talking about education is important, people will tell me, it's not everybody. This agenda that they peddled years ago, it has really worked. It has entered our DNA that we cannot even take constructive criticism. We see it as hate or beef. Education is important. If you're educated, see the people that were even educated, see how they've been bamboozled. So try to equip yourself. Even if you don't want to go to school, educate yourself with the information that is required for whatever it is you're looking to go and do.
Right,
It's a very
right,
sad
right.
situation. It's a very, very sad situation. Imagine if she had the right structure, the right people. People are wicked, though, in this. Hey, God. People are wicked. They don't care. She went to South Africa. She was one paying the flights. She came back with the
It was
manager, and the manager gave her
ridiculous.
50K. Ha! Ha!
After pay for the flights and accommodation,
After,
everything.
do you understand?
Uh,
And even if you think about it again, isn't that suspect? Like you say, if you're the one paying for flight, did you people have a discussion like, okay, so we go here? What did you have? See, it's just a very funny world. I would tell people, oh, educate yourself, oh, please. We are in the internet age where you have Android and everything. Try to research. That's why I have issues with interns that I work with sometimes. Like they have iPhone 12, iPhone 13, and it's like there, internet, everything. You'd have information that you need, and they'll be asking you questions. Meanwhile, they don't even know how to research. It's like if you talk these days, it's like it's a sin or it's bad. You have backlash. I don't understand it. So Jumoke's case, anybody who is like her, who is looking to blow, to become a content creator, to whatever, to be in the limelight, or more, if you are not figuring out the structure, indices, and everything of what it is you're looking to enter into, forget. See, footballers now that are earning or that were earning. Do you know what it means to earn £100,000 a week?
a week. Ridiculous
And at
amounts
the
of
end
money.
of the day, you now become broke. Ha! I don't even want to hear anything about the lifestyle changes. See, if you don't have foundation, see all those houses in Lekki now that are not barely up to 2 years. They're already having cracks. It's like all the comedians in Nigeria, they are telling jokes at the house and they are cracking up. Like, if you don't have the structure, my guy, he goes scatter. He goes scatter. I wish her well. I wish her well.
Indeed, we wish her well and hope that on this second run things are done properly. Really. Okay, let's take a couple of messages that have actually come in here. Tayo says, after talking Wizkid numbers, let's focus on Davido in his foreign accent doing commentary about doing business in Nigeria. Even he further says, even Lizzo has dropped some of the weight. Get with the program. He further says, Jumoke evolving her hustle and making a comeback is commendable. It says hotel management to tap us. Having a manager is based on circumstances and affordability. Look at Beyonce. Look at Portable handling his matter in Canada, fighting with organizers. I mean, they're calling night and day there, Tayo. Calling Beyonce and Portable night and day. Different people. Bino says on Jumoke's issue, number one, education is vital. Then can her manager be sued? Then Wizkid rest, or I don't think Wizkid is ready to rest. And Bino, they'll come for you. FC, they don't play. They'll come for you. Said Fadu says, the truth is because she isn't educated, she was taken advantage of. Oh, my head, they calculate that there are some stages in life we don't need some things. And that manager is demonic. Further says she has learned, but I still don't see her really prepared for this era. Well, let's see what happens when she comes out first, and then we'll be able to tell whether or not lessons were learned from the first time around. So further says, I really listen to her video. At times, we don't need drivers and managers. There are things that we can handle ourselves. Just to a point where you need the packaging, very important. Miss Lagos, package. And all that. All right, Irabor, let's talk about Fina. Former Big Brother Nigeria reality star. She was dressed up to have dinner at a restaurant in Lagos and was refused entry because of how she was dressed. Now she took to her ex page. She showed off the outfit in a short clip and then laughed about it with her fans and followers. And in her words, so I went to have dinner at one restaurant. I'll mention the name. What did they call that place? And they said I'm dressed indecently and I can't enter. And another word I refuse, excuse me, to use. And I was very curious to know. It couldn't have been that bad now that she wasn't allowed entry. And I saw the video and I said, okay, I seem to understand where they actually are coming from because there are different establishments that have different rules when it comes to mode of dressing. They have a dress code, not only in Nigeria, even in foreign countries as well. Certain places, some restaurants, the country clubs, and so on and so forth, they have a dress code. You can't just dress anyhow. And I don't know if you saw the video, Irabor, but I think we really are at a point where we need to have honest conversations with ourselves because if you make a comment contrary to what people would want to hear or what they believe, you're the enemy automatically. Irabor, are you there, Irabor, or are the ghosts and ghouls holding your network again? Please, I hope they are not, because I'm really hoping to get your thoughts on this one before we call it a morning on the grapevine, really. Let's see if Irabor's going to make a comeback before we round up on the show. This happens from time to time. Okay, Irabor is out. I'm sure he'll be in a couple of seconds. But really, I mean, I don't know if you saw that tweet and the video in question. I mean, if you didn't, just try and take a look at it on X and just answer the question. I mean, when it comes to restaurants and the like, do you think that having a dress code is something that really should be enforced based on the way things have evolved in Nigeria? Now, I'm not saying that, okay, you shouldn't wear what you think you want to wear, but I mean, there's a time and place for everything. Irabor, are you back?
Yes, I am.
All right, Irabor, we need to run through this one really quickly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, churches need to take a cue from the restaurant because when I go to churches sometimes, I just see how women dress, how men even dress. The world is going so crazy. This independence and liberty that everybody has, I think everybody's just taking it haywire. Why would you dress like an SLUT, sorry, to an establishment, especially when you are well-to-do? People who dress like that are people who are looking to sell markets now. What market are you selling again? You're already established. Is that how it works these days? I don't understand. So again, in the abroad, in fact, in some places in this Nigeria that I've been to, if you're not wearing a blazer and Oxford shoes, you cannot enter. This one is not about man or woman or it's like there are certain dress codes. In fact, there's some people who they do theme parties. So what are you saying? Do you get my point? So we should stop being silly because all this whole I will go on this thing, I'll go and rant, I'll go and you said, what are you ranting about? Are you ranting accordingly? Are you in the right or the wrong? It's not because you're popular and you just go online, just open your mouth. Yeah. You said, think. You can't just go back. People, because you're popular, oh, you are following, then the next thing, you dress like that, then they bounce, you're not saying, oh, these people did wrong and whatever. You should be happy that you're not in the Jim Crow era where you cannot even go to bathroom to relieve yourself. This is not a racial thing. Do you understand? Where it's like somebody's liberty and dominion is being, put into question. So please dress decent. Look, I have so many things I want to say about this dressing. Men dressing like women, they call it metrosexual. They call it this one. Men will be wearing clothes like women, like this is fashion. I'm like, huh?
Even men dressing like men, but I mean the trousers are at the knees and all sorts of funny things. I mean, it's so very distasteful.
What are we doing? And the one that even annoys me is this new big Akpola shoe that everybody's wearing, and they'll now wear big like cloth that can sew cloth for like 10 people.
It's fashion now. We're going back to the 2000s.
Then the women are like the WNBA women are dressing like men. In fact, the women are like, I don't know what's going on. Hey, Chineke, this agenda, it worked. It worked. It was well strategized and well funded and well executed. I give them kudos. It worked.
Oh my goodness. Tayo says we should encourage restaurants still promoting decency. True story, Tayo. True story.
You serving? What are you? You're serving your body? Did she want to go and serve her body in the restaurant? What? Even if it's Ira style, they should bounce herself.
I mean, if whatever establishment has a certain dress code and all that, it shouldn't matter who actually comes through. But it's Nigeria. Things never really work the way you think they should or they actually should at the end of the day. But anyways, Rabbi, we need to call it a morning on the grapevine. It's been such a great time as always. Even though the ghouls and gremlins try to get in the way with your network, we still pull through at the end of the day. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. I mean, always.
All right, but do have yourself a great, great Tuesday and a great rest of the week ahead. I know you're busy, but still, don't worry, you'll be fine. And thank you all for sharing your thoughts and your messages as always, and keeping it tuned to the grapevine. And of course, the Smooth Breakfast right here on Smooth 98.1. Don't go anywhere. There's more great music coming your way on a Tuesday morning, getting you ready for a great work day.